Government says that it is on track to provide safe and clean water for Hammanskraal residents. The area in northern Gauteng has battled water woes for years and was the epicenter of a cholera outbreak in 2023. The Water and Sanitation Department, the City of Tshwane, as well as Magalies Water maintained that the first phase of the treatment project has been completed. For more, we're joined by Water and Sanitation Director General Dr. Philllips. Dr. Philllips, thank you so much for the time. The last time I had this conversation towards the latter part of last year was that by June this year, ultimately, we're going to get it right, that we will have the full capacity of these 4 water projects that are meant to bring on, close to 50 kiloliters then, or 50 megaliters per day of water. Is that still on track?
Good morning, Arabile, and good morning to all your listeners. Yes, it's broadly on track. As with all construction projects, there have been some unforeseen delays. So, for example, when they were building the new water treatment package works at Magalies Water facility at Klipdrift near Hammanskraal, they came across hard rock when they were doing the excavations, which wasn't expected, which caused a delay. The first phase of that new water treatment works is now completed. It is supplying 12.5 million litres of water per day into the Babelegi water reservoir and pumping station, which is owned by the City of Tshwane, which is used to supply Hammanskraal. The reason why we've had to build this new water treatment works is because the water treatment works, which normally supplies Hammanskraal with water, which is owned and run by the City of Tshwane, can't clean the water to drinking water standard because the water is polluted by sewage from the from the Rooiwal wastewater treatment works upstream of the water treatment works. And the City of Tshwane is busy repairing that wastewater treatment works, but it's a huge project and it's going to take a few years to complete. So we've been building this temporary water treatment works to supply water to Hammanskraal in the meantime. So the first phase was completed in October. It's going to supply water to certain areas of Hammanskraal.
Sure.
We had some problems with electricity supply, but we resolved that over the Christmas New Year period, where Eskom put in a new line for the pumping stations. We also had some problems with pumps in the pumping station, and those were also replaced over the Christmas and New Year period. So everyone has been busy working very hard. They haven't had a holiday over Christmas, New Year. And now the City of Tshwane has been busy flushing the pipes to make sure that the water meets drinking water quality standards. So the latest testing on the water shows that it meets all the microbial and chemical drinking water standards, but there's a bit of turbidity. So today and tomorrow, the next few days, they're going to try and find the causes of that turbidity. Once that's resolved, then they can inform the residents that they can drink the water.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to get onto. And I want to take this systematically, if you'll allow. And it may be part of what you've already just said, but I want us to expand on it a little bit. For one, the actual water park itself to actually go back to full service, is that going to take 18 months? Not just these water projects, but to fulfill what was already there before the cholera outbreak in 2023. Will it mean that in about 18 months' time, because that's the wording I got the last time, can you confirm that for us, that it will take at least 18 months to get the full cycle of water back into Hammanskraal?
Yes, that's correct. So as I indicated, we finished the first phase of this package plant of Magalies Water in October, and that's what's supplying the 12.5 million litres per day currently to Hammanskraal, which we're just waiting for the turbidity issues to be addressed, and then people can drink that water in the areas that has been supplied with it.
Yeah.
A further 3/4 of the 50 million litres per day, which will come from this package plant, will be coming on stream. The project has been implemented in 4 phases. The first phase was the one completed in October with the initial 12.5 megalitres per day. The second phase will be completed in February next year, the third phase in March, and the fourth phase in June. So by June next year, that package plant will be providing 50 megalitres of water to Tshwane, which should be enough to supply the areas of Tshwane which were previously being supplied by the Temba water treatment works, which can't provide water until the Rooiwal wastewater treatment works is completed.
So June 2026 is ultimately the date on that. What about water quality?
Sorry,
2025.
I'm still saying next year, but
Yeah.
it's this year now.
Okay.
June 2025.
So by June 2025, the plant project then, the Klipdrift package plant then, which meets the minimum standard as among the others, will then be completed. So these are the milestones that will, of course, be then looking towards by June 2025. Returning full capacity water is said to happen as well in around 18 months. What about the quality of that water? Because a lot of residents had complained to Newzroom Afrika about the quality of this water and where it currently stands.
It's not 18 months, Arabile, because it is January 2025 now, by June 2025. So in the next 6 months, the package plant will be complete and providing water to all the areas of Hammanskraal. The water produced by this drinking water, by this package plant, meets the quality requirements as per the South African national standard. It's being tested very frequently. But as I indicated, Tshwane also needs to make sure that its distribution system doesn't pollute the water coming out of the package plant, and that's why they're busy flushing the system now and checking it regularly before informing residents so that they can drink the water. Tshwane is very strict in this regard. They will not tell the residents that the water is safe to drink until all the required tests indicate that it is safe to drink. In the meantime, residents of Tshwane are being provided with water by water tankers by the city of Tshwane, and those water tankers draw that water from Rand Water and Magalies water pipelines, where the water is also tested and regularly and does meet water quality standards.
Yeah, the worry about those tankers, though, as well, by some of the complaints, that some of those tankers are sitting just too far from some of the households that perhaps need it. Is there a way to perhaps deal with an issue like that, or does that become a lot more difficult considering that you're having to service so many people?
That's really an issue that the city of Tshwane needs to answer. They need to assess whether they can afford to procure more or hire more water tankers. And it's their responsibility to make sure that an efficient water tankering service is provided that meets people's needs.
Yeah. So the long-term solution, though, to this water project isn't necessarily these packages, though, right? Am I correct in assuming that?
The long-term solution is for Tshwane to fix the Rooiwal wastewater treatment works, to stop the sewage pollution into the Arabile River, and then to enable the Temba water treatment works to be able to produce drinking water drinking water quality standards, and then for that water then to go back into the Hammanskraal distribution system again.
Dr. Philllips, appreciate the update. Thank you so much for your time. Happy New Year to you as well. Dr. Sean Philllips, Water and Sanitation Director General there, updating us on the Hammanskraal water situation, which is said to be addressed and hopefully a solution on that very soon. For now, water tankers being distributed, first part of a package deal that is aimed at giving 12.5 megalitres of water a day, is already on call.